What's going on, guys? So today I'm out here in Texas at the Jayco homecoming event. This is basically an event where they feature the 2026 model year lineup. In front of me, you were looking at a Jayco Jayflight travel trailer. This is the SLX edition, and it's got an interesting floor plan, which is becoming more and more popular amongst all brands. So everyone has a variation of this specific floor plan. But I have a concern about it, and I wanted to kind of get your opinion on if it is something you think about and how you would feel if you're walking through this RV and kind of envisioning yourself using it. So let's talk about it. Hang tight, I'll be right back. All right, let's take a look at the numbers first. This is going to have a gross vehicle weight rating of 7,950 pounds, cargo capacity of 1,485 pounds. It's going to ride on twin 3,500 pound axles and 14-inch D-load range tires. It's going to have scissor stabilization all the way around it. This is a stick and tin unit, which essentially means it is a wood structure with aluminum siding on a steel frame. Twin 20-pound propane cans. There's the other side of the pass-through that I couldn't open the other door on. You have steel fold-up steps right here, and then you have flip-up steps over here. And this entire RV, if I had to guess, is probably going to be around 34 feet long. So it's maybe 33. It's a pretty long RV, but they make this floor plan in all sorts of different lengths based on how they configure the living room space. But let's go ahead and walk in the back, and you tell me what you think about this, and I'll give you my concern as we hop inside. No upgraded suspension here, but typically on these lower cost units, you're not going to see a lot of big upgrades. They're great platforms if you want to do it yourself, but again, you're not going to see a lot of huge upgrades like aluminum wheels or upgraded, shackle straps, hangers, grease bullet bolts, all that stuff. But it's always stuff that you can add if you want. All right, so I'm going to start over here, and I want to see if you all might be able to notice what I'm talking about before I actually mention it. All right, so as we come around to the back, you'll see that this is a bunkhouse model, and I actually really like this type of bunkhouse model. Now, different brands do it differently. I've seen several that put a curtain right here. I've seen several that put an actual wall right here. I've seen some that put a sliding door right here, but any of them essentially give you that same capability where you have really good sleeping accommodations in the back, a nice sofa here that also folds into a bed, but I like this style. So that's not it. As we move to this area, I don't mind this style right here because you can see a lot of people. You have a wraparound booth dinette, then you have the sofa right here. That's good. From a TV perspective, if there were a TV in here, you can angle it well. So even if I'm sitting in this chair, that's not bad at all. It's still not a bad situation. I'm not having to crane my neck over to the side to see the TV. So this is comfortable for both the booth style dinette as well as people sitting on the sofa. But taking a closer look as we move through the floor plan, you tell me if you can kind of identify what I'm talking about. So we got storage down here. This is all really nice. You got a fair number of windows. You got two windows right here, a small one, a medium one, and then a large one over here, plus a large window right here and a small window in the back. So you got a lot of lighting coming in, which I also like. The kitchen area is actually pretty impressive because you have this that you can use as kind of an overflow countertop. You have the countertop area right here, 3-burner gas cooktop with oven, 4 drawers, which I love drawers in the kitchen, plastic undermount sink, not too concerned about that, and then you have a 12-volt Envision refrigerator freezer combo right here. Again, looks really nice. And if you look at this angle of it, it's a pretty nice floor plan. Okay, so now we're going to move into the bathroom area. So we have a really good sized shower on this side. That's actually much larger than I thought it was going to be. You have a standard plastic foot flush toilet. You have some storage right here. You have a medicine cabinet in the corner. Plus you have a lot of countertop space right here. It is a laminated material with a nice thick edge to it. A plastic sink. Got some good storage in here. This is a sliding door. So this door closes like so to give you privacy in the bathroom. And then as we spin around to go into the bedroom, queen size bed. You have some storage on each side with some hanging rods inside. Plus you have some storage on each end right there as well. You have a window right here, kind of a cool narrow window, and then you have another window right here which also acts as an emergency exit. And then we look back this way. You can close this door to close off the bathroom. and then you have a second entry exit right here. So I've already gone past the part that caught my eye, and I'm wondering if it caught your eye as well. I'm going to tell you what it is. So if I am in bed and I have one of my kids who's currently using the bathroom, there is no way for me to go from this room to the living room and kitchen without exiting the RV, going around and coming back in the RV. Which means if I'm just waking up and I'm in my jammies and I am not ready to go outside, I have no choice than to wait for whoever's in the bathroom to finish using the bathroom before I can pass through. So even though they give you a method to do it by going outside of the RV, it's not a convenient one. By the way, there's a second AC in the master bedroom in here. So I don't like that. I don't. I love this floor plan except for this feature. And the fact that you have to pass through the bathroom, they do this specifically because they're trying to make a bathroom that's relatively shallow, that doesn't have a lot of depth to it. Basically, the bathroom has to fit into a much tighter area, and that's the reason why they do this. But I don't like this, personally. It's a very popular floor plan. Even Brinkley and some of the other brands have a version of this floor plan. But for me, it's just not conducive to a really fluid movement experience through your RV. So another example of that is if somebody's using the restroom, the doors are closed, and we're watching TV or something here, and I want to go to the bedroom, but this person's going to be in the bathroom for a while. I have to wait, or I have to go around, go out the RV, through another door to get to the bedroom. And again, I just don't care for that setup at all. That's not, for me, it's not a great movement to have to go through the bathroom if you want to stay in your RV whenever you're making that little trip. I do feel that there's ways to fix this problem because this is a good amount of space. I mean, this is not a unsubstantial amount of space. You have a lot of space to work with here, and I almost feel as if they left this open as a walkway going through and maybe made this entire area of the bathroom right here, they could have accommodated everything. They could have put the bathroom in, they could have put a sink in, they could have made it work. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of this. Even if the sink had to sit outside of the bathroom, but you can walk through it without having to interrupt whoever is doing their business in here, whether it's showering or using the toilet, that would have been a better design for me. But I'd love your feedback and opinion, because one of the reasons why it's getting really difficult to pick another collaboration floor plan is because we love this floor plan. I love the look of this. This is really, really nice. Just don't like the transition to get to the bedroom from this space, having to go through the bathroom. And I think that they could probably work on something a little bit more, I think, cohesive in terms of how you can make this trip without going through the bathroom. But what are your thoughts? Drop a comment below. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the quick tour of this RV that I kind of coupled into it. If you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon.